Welcome back, everybody, to episode 15 of Kahmakazi and Friends playthrough of...
Earthbound.
No!
No.
It's Zoo Hospital, and we have a loose rhino on the loose.
We got a loose rhino. Everyone thinks they know who the villain is.
I was singing that at work, by the way. We were Youngman.
Youngman?
Why you hanging around? I said, Youngman. Like, very proper.
Young man, why are you hanging around?
Youngman. Sounds like a religion. Anyway, off camera we were talking or listening to theme songs, and I showed Anthony Braceface. That show from Fox Family back in the early to / mid 2000s. About a girl who's wearing braces, and Anthony asks, "Why is this a show, Mike? Everybody has braces, don't you know?"
Well, I guess that is why it's a show.
Because it's relatable?
Yeah.
No, okay, so that's not it. The reason, first of all, that I watched a show about a teenage girl with braces was because...
When you were how old? Because I don't even know how old that show is.
I was like 11 or something.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I had nothing better to do, for one.
Two,
she sort of had superpowers.
I did not gather that.
Well, her braces would randomly make quirky situations happen. Like, they would randomly magnetize to something. Like, she gets stuck to metal, or she would, pick up, like, a radio frequency or somebody's cell phone call by accident. And, like, oh no, I heard my boyfriend talking to another girl, and she wouldn't ask him about it. She would just assume the worst, and, like, antics would ensue.
Sure.
So there was just drama for no particular reason other than, drama for the sake of there being drama.
Well, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Well, it was a show for teenagers, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's a show for tweens.
Well, it's in the same vein as, like, As Told by Ginger or, like, Zoe 101.
What's As Told by Ginger?
It's a Nickelodeon animated series about a ginger girl, a redhead, but her name isn't Ginger. And her mom's a nurse, and she's going to middle school, and she's got some quirky friends.
Maybe I'd remember that if I saw it.
Yeah, it's fine, I guess. I didn't really like it. The art style was kind of a little bit too grotesque for my taste. Just like their proportions were a little bit too funny.
That was just low and irresponsible to
but
do
anyway,
that for animal.
I can't remember what book it was, but Braceface always reminded me. There's this book about this kid who had braces.
Okay.
And he would pick up these radio frequencies. Like, this is a trope. People with braces picking up radio signals.
I've never heard of this.
Really?
Never.
It's not the 90s anymore. A lot of people have Invisalign.
Well, and people know how the radios works.
Well, yeah. So there you go. But so what it comes down to
I don't
is
actually know how the radio works.
This kid, he's like, wow, I feel like I'm getting radio frequency. So he kind of steers into it, and he builds like an antenna for his braces. And he starts realizing that
there's an entrepreneur.
His antenna works too well, and he's picking up like a spacecraft. And aliens abduct him, and they're like these fat bald men.
It turns into a First Contact story.
Yeah, like he gets abducted by aliens, and I think they end up actually removing his braces by the end of it and returning him to Earth because they were so sick of him.
Well, that's
So they fix his teeth and just strand him back on Earth because they were done with his bullshit.
It's just too annoying.
You're welcome for that.
Yeah.
I guarantee you've never heard about anything I just said.
Nope, and never will.
Well, I'm entertained. I guess that's really all that matters.
I got that one in. That's ridiculous.
Things golfers say.
It was. You can't unring a vaccine. Like, what are you doing?
Sure you can. You give them more virus. Until they're sick.
But it was in.
That's like saying I made myself immune to venom by slowly administering it over a long period of time, like that one guy from that one royal family.
What?
Well, there's people throughout history that are like, oh, I'm immune to the snake's venom because I, gave myself a lot of it over a long period of time.
That's the plot from The Princess Bride.
Yeah, people do that.
Okay.
Was that a badger? But anyway.
I think it's a badger.
Yeah, I'm immune to the snake's bite. You're immune to it so far. What if I have him bite you 9 times? What if I just dump a whole bunch of poison into you? You're gonna die.
Yeah, eventually too much of anything will kill you.
Try me. Try me, bitch.
But, like, what are you doing, like, getting so much rat poison or whatever?
I think it's a matter of principle. If you're going to be cocky enough to brag about not being able to be poisoned by a snake or whatever, I think I want to test you.
Yeah, you better have a pretty high threshold. Right?
Yeah, you better be able to pony up to this promise or you're going to die today.
We play a dangerous game.
It's like Russian roulette, but instead of bullets, I just dump poison into you. It's a lot less charming.
Bad times.
Bad times. Bad times. You know what? I'm really glad you're here, buddy.
Thanks.
You always make it fun.
Glad to be shooting up this Dave.
No, not Dave. Anyone but Dave. What is he, a badger? A wombat?
Oh, he's the Tasmanian devil. That's right.
Oh, he's Taz. I know what game we
He's
can play.
freaking adorable, by the way.
We gotta play that one game where you're Wile E. Coyote trying to steal sheep. I think you'd be down.
I don't know what that is.
You have to... I just told you, you're Wile E. Coyote from Looney Tunes, and you're trying to steal sheep.
Literally Wile E. Coyote.
That's the entire game. It's called Sheep Raider.
Incredible.
Yeah, that feels like a U game.
Yeah, it does.
It's for PS1, so get ready for that.
Oh, I suddenly am less excited about that.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't have a PS2.
But I do. I have a barely functioning PS2.
No, we'd want like
First gen.
We'd want like a PS4 because it got remastered or something.
Why would they remaster that?
Because it's amazing. What are you talking about? First of all, you love sheep. You love to count them. You love to collect them.
I do love to count and collect sheep.
So what? It's the digital version of that. It's literally everything you've ever dreamed of. You know, sheep pun intended. Go up.
No.
You always have... I like how we rip his tooth out, but we don't, like, patch it with anything.
In real life doesn't necessarily,
oh, ew.
Yeah, it's not good.
I like how we have this miracle elixir that we're using for every problem. You got a sore? Have some purple. You got a gaping wound? Have a blue. Other side. Also, go pet him so he doesn't die. That sonar really pissed him off. Oh my god, he dropped like a lead ball. Did you see that?
Yeah.
My god. Apparently all it takes to sedate an animal is love and affection. Actually, yeah, I've seen my dog.
It goes a long way, yeah.
It's pretty much all of it.
Alright.
Rip it out of his mouth. Did I ever tell you that my orthodontist was like a scam artist?
No.
Well, I had braces for 5 years. And all of a sudden, I went in for an appointment, and they're like, yeah, that guy left. We have no idea if he's ever coming back. And he never did. And they had a new orthodontist who was temping look at my mouth, and they're like, so you have this tooth behind your bottom row of teeth. And they were trying to pull it forward. And I'm like, yeah, they've been doing it for years. He goes, they should have pulled it out.
They should have pulled it out.
On year 1, and you would have been done in like a year. So they took you for a ride, and we're like, are you kidding?
That's illegal, I think.
Of course, I think that guy's in prison.
How would you know?
What, that he was extorting us? Because he was. What are you talking about?
Well, but, like, was he eventually arrested or charged or something?
I assume. One can hope. How does that sound?
The joke in our family is that the guy who administered my dad his driving test when he first turned 16 eventually went to jail for bribery.
That's amazing.
Which, if you've seen how my dad drives, is very funny.
You saying your dad bribes people?
No, I'm just saying it's very funny. You
saying people bribe your dad? You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific here.
Well, you know, the obvious joke is that it's like, oh, so that's how you got your driver's license. It's not, of course.
Okay, so your dad does not drive well. You see, people at home won't understand that unless you explain it to them.
I don't know. I think people put 2 and 2 together to get.
I'm sitting next
16.
to you and you needed to explain it to me.
But you're hearing the same amount of information, is it? And whatever. I don't have to explain.
Is the information in your head okay?
Yes, it's in my head. Michael.
Yeah?
I called this Sarah, but it's actually Michael.
Oh, it's Michael Sarah.
Michael Sarah. Wow, how have I never thought of that?
Well, that's Sarah and I's relationship.
Yeah, I'd never thought about that.
What's wrong with you?
I never thought about that.
I hate it a lot.
Because... When did you realize this?
Oh, I think we didn't, and somebody else did.
Yeah.
Because we were like, oh, yeah, I guess.
This animal has gone berserk.
This animal's extremely needy. Give it pets and affection.
We lost our half star again.
We had a zookeeper lose his entire arm because he wouldn't pet this animal.
Is a bobcat? What is this?
Bobcat's just holding his arm in his mouth. Quick, name any bobcat from any form of animated media.
I was going to say Bobcat Goldthwait because I don't know.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Yeah, they're not like Balto or, you know...
How
like
do you turn this?
There. Oh, man, there's a reference for you. Have you ever seen Scamper the Penguin?
No.
Really?
I've never even heard of that.
Well, apparently not many people have, and the only people I can talk to about this, fortunately, thank God, everyone would think I'm nuts, my sisters. Because they grew up with the same weird movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Scamper the Penguin from 1986. Here we go. See? Look at that cover.
Not great.
Maybe I'll, pull it up for these nice people at home. Since we're in the animal kingdom and all. Two young penguins' curiosity about their world leads them to encounters with humans and other denizens of the Antarctic. Basically, they get separated as babies from their flock?
I don't know what they call them.
Well, we're going to find out right now because I want to know that. What is a group of penguins called? Penguins. You're going to like this.
Oh, no.
A group of penguins in the water is called a raft.
Oh, that's good.
But on the land, they're called a waddle.
A waddle? That's adorable.
Anyway, they get separated from their waddle.
I can't... this has to be the rest of the show now. It's just that.
Penguin talk?
Yeah.
We'll get there. So they get separated, and the whole movie, they're, being hunted by, like walrus and bear. And they have to learn how to, fish for krill. Learn to swim and get back. And they're, adults when they come home, and they have babies of their... it's a really long... It feels really long. But, I only thought about it because we were cleaning out the basement, and I found the VHS, and I held it up, and it just, turned to dust in my hands. It was from, 1982.
What do you mean it turned to dust?
It just fell apart in my hands. The VHS just crumbled. Like dust in the wind, so, too, are the days of our lives.
I think you're mixing up the Kansas song.
What?
For something else.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna... What is the opening line for Days of Our Lives? Done. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Well, that always reminds me of that Walk the Moon song.
At least I was close.
Not that they invented sand in an hourglass.
But yeah, so rafts of penguins, huh?
I want to be a part of the committee that gets to come up with, cheeky, pseudo puns, plays on words, whatever. Good hyena?
He's not laughing, so can you really be sure?
Maybe he will laugh, though. Maybe we have to get Seinfeld here. Or maybe we don't. They eat meat, right? Yeah, okay.
Here we go. List of names for groups of animals. Such as an unkindness of ravens.
An that's not very flattering.
A crash of rhinoceroses. Flock of eagles.
This is the thing that actual biologists do.
Here, the proper term for a group of eagles is a convocation.
That doesn't even make sense.
Well, I know what we're talking about for the entire entire next episode.
And this one, and like the rest of our lives, I think.
Well, let's focus on the penguin thing for the rest of this one.
Yeah.
That's pretty cute.
Well, penguins are cute. They deserve an excellent group name.
Here, finish off this wolf or
Whoa,
whatever.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, guy. What are you doing?
Okay.
Who taught you to drive? Your dad?
See? Okay, yeah, basically. You can't point the Wiimote in a direction here.
I mean, you can, but it doesn't do what you want, apparently. That's why we're not going to play Spider-Man on the Wii.
No, we are not. Wow, this thing is terrifying.
Woo, it always is, isn't it? I wonder what a group of those is called.
Probably like, a Satan.
It's called a Vanessa Hudgens.
What?
I'm feeling it, that's all. What's he called? What's his actual name?
It's like a cassowary?
Cassowaries. We are cassowaries. It's not in here.
Wow, they all burst. Okay, great.
Ooh-wee! He does not like you.
Well,
I'll come to the closest
I don't
thing.
like treating him. You're not supposed to tell those kinds of secrets.
I'll come up with a bird one. Let's see.
Alright, well, that didn't go well.
I'll just give you...
Roger.
I'll just give you a taste. We'll go with the apes instead. Because they're in alphabetical order. A shrewdness of apes.
A shrewdness.
And
Again,
that cassowary sure seems shrewd. So we'll talk more about groups of animals next time.
Yeah, there's definitely some excellent ones.
Oh, you have no idea. I just got a zebra.
Zebra?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Guess I have to go to this wolf.
Oh, stingray's way better. Oh, okay. See you next time, guys.
Yes.
Goodbye. Is that a new animal we're doing?
No, this is just a wolf.
Oh, God. This game is so long. We must be getting 100% or something.
I think we're just bad.
Well, you know what else is bad? Stop playing, bad boy.
This,
Yeah, fair enough. It's just you petting the wolf. Yeah, just hold off here.
Teeth. Okay.
Just stop.
Okay.
I will. Oh my.
All right, we're good. Just a wolf.
Don't make me come down there.
It's a big wolf.
Don't make me pick up radio signals from aliens and